welcome to this overview demo of our Safety Manager product, and we're going to be looking at incidents today and how those are reported and managed within our Safety Manager product. I'm Jeff Crosman, Product Manager here at SP Marketplace. Let's dive in. What you're looking at here on our product is the safety portal for all users. If you remember from previous videos, our product utilizes role-based permissions, and so if you're in a particular permission group, you will either be directed to the staff or department portal site, or you will land on what's called the My Safety portal. Again, for a refresher, this navigation would not show up if you're just a standard user in the organization. But this page is where a regular end user would find themselves, and we're going to look at incidents today. So if an incident occurs, now remember there's observations, which is in a prior video. Observations are hopefully where end users and staff recognize and note and submit an observation to potentially cause no incidents to happen. But if an incident does happen, they would come in here and add a new incident. And there's quite a bit of information here. A lot of this information may or may not be applicable for a specific incident, but we have thrown everything in here in the event it's a high-level incident that occurs. Within our form, you can see that there are multiple tabs across the top. The first tab is just the basic information. What's the title? What happened? The incident type is a drop-down, and so this can be customized by you, the customer. Out of the box, these are standard types: safety, violence, was it a near miss, an incident, accident, whatever the case may be. We could tailor these to your liking. The area, again, is a drop down, so that is customizable by you. And the location, who's the affected individual, when it happened, the description and the outcome description. This is for later after it's happened. Or if it happened and you already know the outcome, you can put it in here. Any pictures you can drag and drop, any documents, drag and drop. Down below, you'll see more details that have to do with respects to this incident. First aid administered, yes, no, not applicable. Fill in the fields if it is applicable. Witnesses, were there any witnesses to this incident? And then down below, post-incident, this is down the line, what happened? So the incident has occurred, now what happened with the worker? Did they go to the hospital, they go home, they return to work, whatever it is, and then put the details in down below. We want to gather as much information as possible for this incident that has occurred, not just for current review, but future audits and or any safety regulations that need to be adhered to within the country or business. The additional tabs that are opened up here are affected individual. This is all the details regarding the individual that the incident may have affected or occurred to. If it's not an employee, there's an area for not employees that you can put that here as well. Maybe it was a contractor, a vendor walking through the shop. Safety staff, this is where you assign it. So who is going to be the one that is responsible for managing this incident? All statuses start as unassigned. If you were going to assign it, you simply just say, okay, we're going to pick the type. This will default from that first tab. If it wasn't filled in or it was filled in incorrectly, you can change that here before you assign it. What's the priority? Again, this can be customized. These are 3 out of the box. All of the drop downs you see are out of the box options. Who's it assigned to? This will look at your Active Directory or Azure directory for those users that are on the tenant or domain. When's the due date? Put that in here. Additionally, this tab was correction reporting. What was the cause of this incident? What was the analysis? And what are corrective measures need to be taken, if any, to avoid this incident from happening in the future? Reporting, you got case classifications and details regarding the individual or individuals that were affected. There's a basic work log where you can type in details of this and have it date time stamped it with the appropriate time that this occurred. Now, after the incident has been reported, it's going to come into the department portal side of it, and it'll reside in the all incidents list. This is a standard modern SharePoint list, and so there are views within this list. If your incident list grows, you will be able to filter this by predefined views that are out of the box. Incident by areas, by priority. There's a few more here, by department, by month. So you can quickly look and filter this list based on the information and the metadata that you're looking for. This also can be exported. So if you need to export any of this information, you use the standard built-in SharePoint export option. You can export it to CSV or even create a Power BI report. If you have the knowledge of Power BI, you can export it to that as well. If we took, let's say, this forklift accident example, and you open it up, you'll see that there are quite a number of tabs. Some of them we already just covered, which would be the first 5. So you see on this one, the incident, forklift. These are all the details we talked about: first aid and return to work. Affected individual, insufficient work or training was the root cause. The analysis was the forklift driver needs more training. So now that moves on to action items. If you wanted to add those to this particular incident, you can. We need to look at the safety belt inspection in this case, and or perform staff training. You will notice another form opens up within this form. So we again have cross lookups to the incident. So everything is tied together and not siloed within the product even. You have the title, conduct the training. This is the assigned to person and so forth. When it was completed and when it was due, work log, time log, and so forth. All of those are kept within the overall incident item. Incident files would be any files that are relevant to this incident. Those could be documents or forms that are necessary to be filled out in addition to this, or pictures, or any other type of file that would add to the completeness of what happened to this incident, how it was resolved, and for reporting purposes be included in that report. This concludes the overview of the incident area and how incidents are managed and handled. Thank you very much for watching this overview of incident management and how our product handles incidents. Stay tuned for our next video, which will cover employee compliance.